Welcome to DIGITEN, the best platform for top 10 videos. Today, we'll be discussing about the top 10 animals that seem to have superpowers. The animal kingdom is full of amazing creatures, and most of them are unique in their own ways. And because of this, many superheroes in the media have superpowers that are linked in some way to animals. So, today we'll be discussing about the superheroes of the animal kingdom. And if you like what you're about to see, why not like the video? And why not consider subscribing? And without any further ado, let's continue with our video. Starting up at our list, at number 10, we have dung beetles. Their superpower is super strength. Now, don't let these small critters fool you. Their job is actually to scoop up piles of poop into balls so that they can bring them underground and then lay eggs in them, or to give their larvae food. The dung beetle also has the title of the world's strongest insect. These species of beetle not only keep the world's quote-unquote waste population at bay, but they can also lift objects that are 1,141 times their own body weight. That's equivalent to a human who weighs around 150 pounds, lifting 6 double-decker buses. Truly amazing. Next up, at number 9, we have the axolotl. Their superpower is regeneration. These are a type of salamander, and no, it cannot breathe fire, or else it would be on number 1. Like many other lizards and salamanders of its kind, it is able to regrow its tail. But unlike other reptiles of the liking, axolotls are able to regrow entire limbs, tails, spinal cords, and even entire organs, including the brain. The best part is that these regeneration periods don't take years, they only take a month. Fun fact, axolotls are actually amphibians rather than reptiles. At number 8, we have electric eels. Their superpower, as their name says, is electricity. Contrary to their name, they are actually a knife fish rather than an eel. They actually electrocute their foe, such as a battery does, by building up high electrons in a special organ they have, creating a large potential difference, and then releasing it. They can release it and strike their foe with electricity, but it only has a certain chance of hitting the opponent, and that is why they mostly prefer to bite their victims, then electrocute them. I think we'll have to have Pikachu's help with this one. Next up on our list, at number 7, we have the horned lizard. Their superpower is I-beams. Okay, no, that might have been a little misleading. They can actually squirt blood from their eyes. Yes, seems like more of an evil superpower, but a superpower nonetheless. When a horned lizard feels threatened, it can shoot its blood from the sinuses in its eyes as a final self-defense resort. They can also do this to remove any particles that might get stuck in its eyes. Not only is this blood just blood, but the blood is sometimes even hot to the touch. This power is more bizarre than it is amazing. But hey, who complains about superpowers? At number 6 on our spot, we have the immortal jellyfish. Yes, you heard that right. This jellyfish has the power of immortality. Now, the way that they do this is very interesting, to say the least. When an immortal jellyfish's lifespan is over, it goes to the bottom of the sea floor and splits into different jellyfish. And one of the jellyfish it splits into is the same jellyfish it was before, and it does still retain its memories. So this jellyfish literally becomes a baby again when its life is ended, starting its life cycle again and again. Just amazing! The oldest living immortal jellyfish is now at 5,000 years of age, and it is still alive. Coming up at number 5, we have the golden orb weaver spider. As we all know, every spider's superpower is web design. No pun intended. The web of a golden orb weaver is 10 times stronger than Kevlar and is 5 times lighter as compared to steel, and it is also stronger than a bulletproof vest. Now, just including them because of this wouldn't be as great because we all know about them, but they also have another superpower. Spiders fall off very high heights all the time and sometimes even get caught in the wind. So that is why their bodies adapted to this and they have an open circulatory system. This means that even if they are falling from a great height, their brains and the rest of their bodies can still get blood, unlike a human circulatory system which can't handle these kinds of problems. So, Spider-Man, it's better for you not to web sling, buddy. At number 4, we have the mimic octopus. Their power is mimicry and invisibility. Like chameleons, these octopuses have the power to camouflage themselves into their surroundings. But unlike chameleons, who you can still notice, these completely blend into their environment, and they can quickly change their colors. But they're best known for their power of mimicking other marine life forms. They use their power of camouflage and their power of mimicry to copy marine plants mostly, to avoid prey, but also to hunt small fish that mistake them as plants. They're also known for fitting between really small holes. Now coming in at the last 3 spots, we have the kangaroo. Their superpower is actually a normal power that is super awesome, and that is boxing. These animals are famous for their boxing matches. Their hits are enough to even shatter bones and jaws. They not only use their hands to fight, but also utilize their legs and their tails. They stand up on their tail and deliver a very powerful kick in the stomach of their foe. Martial artists really need to take inspirations from these fighters of nature. At number 2, we have tardigrades. Their superpower is super endurance. Now that may seem not so incredible, but just wait. These are small microscopic microanimals that live all around us in water, trees, forests, houses, moss, and swamps. They're also called water bears or moss piglets. These small, somewhat cute-looking microanimals may not seem strong, but they are the most indestructible animals in the whole universe. They can survive outer space vacuum, radiation, boiling temperatures, and 30 years in negative 20 degrees Celsius, as well as several days in negative 200 degrees Celsius. You may be wondering how they do this, and the answer is even more shocking. When tardigrades feel endangered or feel like they're in a harsh environment, they form a bubbly crystal around their body to protect themselves. But in conditions where they know that they cannot survive, or they feel like there's a shortage of food, they shrink themselves down into a pill-like shape called a ton. This makes their biological system shut down temporarily, and they become kind of half dead. This enables them to survive in ice, space, and heat for decades because their bodies don't get hurt. And finally, at number 1, we have the pistol shrimp. Their superpower is being nature's one-punch man. These shrimps, the size of an index finger, are noted for their asymmetrical claws, of which one claw is half of their body length. Their bigger claw is more of an anvil and a hammer rather than a claw. They snap their bigger claw with such pressure that it moves at 115 kilometers an hour. It produces a sound that is louder than an actual gunshot, as a gunshot has 150 decibels, while this shrimp's snap is 201 decibels. The energy it releases with the snapping of its claw is at, get this, around the temperature of the sun. It produces heat about 4,000 degrees Celsius, 2 times hotter than lava, which has a measly 2,000 degrees Celsius, and the sun is at 5,000 degrees Celsius. Now, if that's the case, then why doesn't the water evaporate, or why doesn't the shrimp get burned? This is because the heat only lasts for a very brief moment, and in a very small area. The water that does evaporate is only a little bit, and it forms into a bubble that surrounds the claw when the shrimp snaps. This is also the same bubble that explodes and makes a loud popping noise. The sound is enough to even scare away whales. The shrimp actually doesn't even use the snap to attack its foe. Rather, it uses the sheer force of the snap to stun its foe, and sometimes they even die by the shockwave. They truly are the strongest critters in the animal kingdom. Saitama, you better watch out, man. So, what do you think about this list? Is there any creature we left out? Feel free to comment below and share your opinions. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you enjoy our content, why not consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to get notified on our top 10 content. And if you think that your family and friends will enjoy this video, try sharing it with some friends. We hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, peace out!